the next progression of rate control technology kind of hit a standstill. Ultimately, that technology is great and it controls the rate, but it doesn't give you any analytics. And when I met AgOtter and started looking at the technology, the simplicity of it, the user friendliness of the product, and ultimately that it gives you a high level of control right now. Being able to control rate is very important, but the analytics long term, to be able to see what the in-field data actually looks like, and being able to see the tree health and how that affects us in the long term, how we're applying rate from year to year, and even what we're putting in the tank. To be able to look at those analytics and say, hey, this worked in 2019, it didn't work in 2020, and be able to make progressive decisions as we move forward is incredibly valuable to me. AgHippo plays a very big factor in that. The original progression of AgHippo had its challenges, but the one thing I love about AgOtter is that you're very like-minded in the sense that you don't ever stand still. How do we get better? How do we add more features? We're listening to the grower. And ultimately, that's what I've seen with AgOtter. I feel like AgHippo, the biggest challenge is really GPS connectivity and cellular data, especially when you get in a full canopy tree out in the middle of Lost Hills, right? But the challenges to overcome are constantly being addressed, and they are getting better. The AgHippo Live technology has taken that jump from the desktop software to the online platform, which allows someone to log in and watch their equipment real time. Incredibly valuable technology and the progression that it's headed. When it comes to AgOtter, AgOtter can be put on anything. You can rate control anything. You can make a 1970s sprayer, whatever brand, perform better with a system like AgOtter. The biggest challenge with any kind of controlling technology or technology in general is just the adaptation of change. When people do make that jump, even if they're just monitoring only and they're not actually controlling, so a lot of times we'll recommend that. Hey, turn in monitor only and actually see what you're doing before you affect any change. That'll allow you to really get a grasp on, am I doing a good job? Just because I end up with 100 gallons at the end of the acre, is that really done well? And is it really as accurate as I think it is? So if you can see that before you actually flick it on and say, hey, control this rate now and give me the alarms and let me know when things aren't performing the way they should, it gives you at least a little more comfort to say, okay, yeah, we do need to try this. Honestly, it's as simple as running an app on your phone. Very simple. That's one thing that we love about it. I feel like anybody can grab onto it. You can teach them in 3 minutes how to cycle through all the pages, set up your machine, and go spray. When it comes to the topic of AgOtter and Encero, our experience has been a good one. I had a grower tell me recently, the biggest thing about digital technology and the presence of it being brought to his business is many times people come to him and overpromise and underdeliver. And the one thing that I have experienced with AgOtter in general is that's not the case. They try to hold to their plan. They do, like anyone, we do make mistakes at times, but I feel like they've stepped up and overcome certain little issues and grabbed the bull by the horns, so to speak, in many cases where somebody could turn the shoulder and say, oh no, that's not our problem.